A reflection on Larry's complexity in campaign season. A lock of brown hair falls over his forehead. The girl he dated in me wants to reach up and smooth it away. Then I quickly remind myself that our ship sailed long ago. Although my fondness for Larry is undeniable, beneath the dragon is a gummy bear if someone took the time to break through his tough scales. Unfortunately for him, I'm not the girl he needs by his side come campaign season.
There's hope for Steven yet if he gets his facts straight.
I bend and search the floor.
What are you looking for?
Your balls, I say. I think you dropped them somewhere. Larry tilts his head back and releases a laugh straight from a good place. It's a deep, throaty sound, the kind that helps drop panties. The silence outside his office tells me the whole staff of the Daily Gossip takes a second to think if they should prepare for the end of the world. If the dragon laughed, surely an asteroid would be barreling toward Earth at any moment. I scratch my cheek, losing the battle of the blush. There's the Larry I know. Take it easy on everyone out there. They live to worship the ground you walk on. You know that, right? The telltale knot returns between Larry's eyebrows, but the humor stays in his gray eyes.
Back to work.
The shuffle of feet and the tapping of keyboards resumes, but the atmosphere in the office shifts from extremely to only mildly suicidal now. Everyone might survive this last issue yet. Look, I inhale his woodsy cologne. I get that you're stressed over the final issue. You'll get it done. You always do. And you have a pool of staff out there working really hard to make it happen. Not responding to my team player pep talk, Larry points at the mutilated article in my hand, then at the photos. Since Steven's focus seems to be on the new team dynamic, the trophy photo would work best. It would boost morale not only for their team, but for the student body as well. A half grin pulls up Larry's lips. Steven! The linebacker ambles into Larry's office, his nose redder than Rudolph's. My heart clenches for him. The big guy is such a sweetie. How he manages to unapologetically ram into other football players like a bulldozer escapes me. On the field, he transforms into the Incredible Hulk. Larry takes the article from me and turns to face Steven. He picks up the photo I suggested would go best with the piece and hands everything to the secret Avenger.
Just check your stats, Steven. Your article is good. Make sure you get the revision back to me by the end of the day and bring the photo to layout.
Like the gentle giant I know Steven to be, he reaches for his article and the photo as if they're the most precious things in the world, i.e., breakable. The hunch on his shoulders eases, and a glow spreads over his face. Yes, boss. He sniffs one more time before heading out, closing the door behind him. Why, Laurel Hardy, I tease. If that isn't a compliment coming out of your lips, the world is upside down. Glowering, Larry returns to his crossed arms, half-seated position. The pose may be ignored, if not for the sexy hint of mischief in his eyes. This guy is lethal to my female condition. You should really come in more, he grunts. My blood pressure will thank you for it. You know me, Larry. I like sticking it to the man. You won't catch me behind a desk unless you chain me to it. I'm better for you in the field. In a rare show of fatigue, Larry squeezes the back of his neck. Sometimes I don't know what's good anymore. Feeling the mood shift to more personal territory, I rummage through my bag for the contract. If you don't need me to approve any more photos, there's something I need you to look at. What's this? Finally taking a crack at writing? He jokes, then his face sobers. Why would you have a non-disclosure contract? Remember when you assigned sacrifice to Sylvia and me? My fingers intertwine, thumbs clapping. Well, Vicious was there, and one thing led to another. If I sign that, they will be my subject for the spring showcase. From the look of awe, Larry knows of the band and how important the showcase is. He's smart enough to put two and two together and returns his attention to the contract.
This looks pretty standard to me, but you should have a real lawyer take a look.
I don't have the funds for a real lawyer. I lean forward again. You're the closest I've got. I just want to know what I'm getting into before I sign.
Well, this just states that You can't reveal anything that you encounter at Lunar Manor and when you're with the band to anyone. That includes friends, family, and the press. Your internet access will be restricted for security reasons, as will your contact with the outside world. If I'm reading this right, it means you're staying with them for the duration of your project.
I nod. Raina, their band manager, believes I can take the best pictures if I'm with the band all the time. I'm inclined to agree with her.
Well, this sounds really open-ended to me.
She said I could set up a meeting to set my terms.
Good. They are open to negotiation. Write this down.
I take a pen and notepad from his desk.
First, you need to set a time limit for your stay with them. 1 month, 2, whatever time you believe you need to take the pictures, then leave.
I scribble madly as he speaks.
Then you'll want to ensure that you maintain copyright of your photos.
That I know. I have no intention of handing control of my art to them. I knew that from the second Raina left my apartment.
I shouldn't be happy that I might be rubbing off on you, right?
I pout only so I won't grin. Flirty Larry is as dangerous as the dragon. Been down that road. Had fun, but the scenery got boring. Larry knows this as much as I do.
Lastly, make sure they can't come after you for whatever you produce. I get that they are trying to protect their privacy. Other than keeping you from selling the photos, they don't have the right to dictate the kind of photos you use for the introspective. Claim artistic license. This contract isn't just for their safety. Make sure it's for your own, too.
That's all? My pen hovers over the pad.
Other than that, I believe you have a standard contract here. So long as you don't spill any of their secrets or write a tell-all, you should be fine.
I stuff the pen and pad into my bag and reach for the contract. When I pull at it, Larry doesn't let go.
Have dinner with me.
I shake my head. You know, that's just the stress talking.
Remind me why we broke up again.